I'm going to do a tire rotation on my Blazer. As you can see, the front tires, the edges are getting fairly worn. Here's the back one. This is the one tire that came brand new when I bought it, which was about 10,000 miles ago, because I'm guessing they got a flat and they put this new one on. You can see how much rubber is on the edges because the back ones were flat. These two are both the same on this side. As you can see, that's got lots of tread on it. You can see these there. This is the worst one of all four. This edge is just going bald. So we're just gonna put them front to back and back. Got the rear left wheel off. As well as also took the drum off to inspect the brakes, because I did these about 10,000 miles ago, and they still look brand new inside. You can see lots of material on the pads. This is heavy, hasn't even started to contact yet. No cracks in them or anything. They look really good. Here's the drum. These are brand new drums I put on. They've never been turned. We got the front left off. As you can see, have a look in here. The brakes are holding up fairly well on this. Mind you, they only have about 10,000 miles, but these are Brake Best Select from O'Reilly's. These are the organic pads. They do have an awful amount of dust to them. Look at my wheel, lots of brake dust. But they have very good initial bite when you punch the brakes, which is nice. There's a noticeably big difference because on my 250 I got just a regular semi-metallic brake pads at the front because they didn't have these, and these are much better for high-speed stopping. They do make a little bit of a noise when they're cold, and they're very sticky when they get wet, but apart from that, I'm not complaining. I really like these brakes. They do chew the rotor up some, because you probably can't see this, but I can slightly feel it just barely scoring, but they have 10,000 miles on them, and they're cheap brakes, so I don't mind replacing them in another 20,000-30,000 miles. See, there's lots of pads on them. Pad left right there, there's the brake squealer that hits the disc when the pads wear out, and there's like about half a centimeter left, so yeah. So now I've got to wash this wheel off, put it on the back, and put that one. So I just washed on the front. I don't really care for these tires. They're Uni Royal Laredos. They're okay, but they're really old. You can see on the previous owner drove this a lot on gravel roads, and you can see they have really bad road rash, just chunks of the rubber taken off. That is also partly because they're like, I don't know, 15-20 years old, and they're starting to dry rot. That one's not that bad, but this one here, look, you can get it over. Look in the saddle, I can see some cracking in it, but I'll still get another year or two out, or maybe another 10,000 miles. You can see just how badly worn the outside edges on this one. It says these are all season tires, but they suck in the snow, though. I've driven this in the snow, even with four-wheel drive, they suck. I'm gonna get a Goodyear Wrangler Authorities when these wear off. This is something that makes me mad. I put a new CV drive shafts on this when I first got it, which was again like at 10,000 miles ago, and you can see the inner boot has ripped somewhere and it's spewing grease everywhere, so I will deal with that later. I got the other side rear wheel off. This is the rear right side, and got the drum off. So look inside the brakes, looks brand new as well, like the other side. See lots of material on the pads and everything. There's a drum. Very smooth, no scoring in it or anything. So we're going to clean the drum out, clean the wheel off, and pull that one off and put it on the back and clean it up. Here's a look at the brakes on the right side. The wear is exactly the same as on the other side, which is good, but you can tell it's slightly starting to score, but they have about 10,000 miles on it, which is, I guess that's okay. The drive shaft on this side is holding up better. The boot still hasn't started leaking yet, and blowing grease everywhere, which is a good thing. Here's my new shocks I put in a few years ago. Just cheapies, but they're still holding up fairly well. So this is how you get to the spark plugs on the passenger side, and you got to pull the wheel off, and there's right there, you can see. The driver's side is much harder because you got the steering shaft going right here. That's the hardest one to get on the driver's side. Here's the look at this Enduro runway tire, runway Enduro HD2 tires. The one random new one I have on here that came with it. See, the tread's a bit different than those Uni Royals. It's okay, it's the same size and everything. So yeah. That's it, got it all done. Thanks for watching.